Hello everyone, welcome to the Love to Live Healthy show with author and weight loss specialist Josephine Fitzpatrick. Our focus is weight loss and losing it with healthy and clean living. Join us every week to hear answers to questions from our clients all over the world who text and email thousands of weight loss questions daily. Listen and learn how Josephine answers questions to help you lose weight, eat healthy, and feel great.
Hi everyone, welcome to the Love to Live Healthy podcast. I'm Josephine Fitzpatrick. I'm a weight loss nutrition specialist. I have clients all over the world who text and email me daily. We have the most amazing weight loss results, so I'm here to share all of my knowledge with all of you so you can look and feel your best every day too. So let's talk about today's topic. Today's topic is the scale ruining your marriage? The scale can really play a big part in how you feel. We know that weight loss is so much more than just about overeating. You know, when we gain weight or we lose weight, it's not just about the food. It's about everything else that's going on in your life that makes you react and overeat. I'm going to tell you 3 stories today. 3 stories about clients, how they reacted to the scale and how it affected their lives. Before I do that, I want to remind you that if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe. Love to hear everyone's comment, and I totally appreciate everyone's support. We're going to talk about the first client who would go on the scale every day. Whatever the scale said dictated how she felt. And because of that, it reflected on everyone around her. You know, it didn't matter that it was a Tuesday. It didn't matter if she cheated the night before. None of that mattered. What mattered was she went on the scale every day like clockwork. And if that scale didn't move and she didn't lose weight, she was not happy. If she gained weight, she was miserable. She took that mood and she shared it with her family. All that mattered was what that number said, like as if that number was magical, that was going to change how she felt about herself. That number is not going to define who you are. What you do on a daily basis defines who you are. And when I say that, I mean, if you're on program and you stay on program and you're doing the right things, you're going to feel good about yourself. It's not going to matter what that number says. You're going to know I'm doing the right things. My clothes fit me. My clothes are loose on me. I feel good. You know, I feel good from the inside out. I'm feeding my body. I have energy. I feel thinner. I feel lighter. Doesn't matter what the number says. She was so obsessed with the number because she wasn't doing the right things, and she was hoping that that number would magically change, as if like nothing she did the night before mattered. Her husband, whether it's her family, whether it's her children, they had to deal with her being upset every day. Not upset that she wasn't doing the right thing. And that's what she should have been focusing on. I'm not doing the right thing, so why am I even going on that scale? You know, and this is where for you, if it resonates, think about if, first of all, if you're not doing the right thing, why are you going on the scale? Don't even go near the scale if you're not doing the right thing. The scale is not magic. It is not going to show you something magically different than what you've done and what you've put in your body. That just doesn't happen. So don't do it. Don't wish for it. Don't go on that scale thinking like, oh, I hope it's not as bad as I think. Don't even go there. When I do a cheat, I never go to the scale. Why would I go to the scale? I know what I did. So you know what you did. Don't go near the scale. You go near the scale after a week of being on program and feeling good, of doing the right things. That's when you go to the scale, and that's when you'll see the results. And you see it all goes hand in hand. Don't go to the scale hoping it's going to tell you something you didn't do. Go to the scale when you did the right things, because it's going to show you what you want to see. And that's how you're going to react. You're going to feel good. You're going to feel happy. You're going to be excited. But when you go to the scale because you didn't do the right things or you just haven't been good and you wanted to say something different and it doesn't, you do that every day, day after day, you're going to be miserable. You're going to be unhappy. You're going to be sad. You're going to be angry. And you're going to walk out of the bathroom and you're going to take it out on everyone around you who does not deserve that. So if that's what you're doing, I'm telling you, stop doing it. If you're not going to do the right thing, listen, I'm all about weight loss and I'm all about feeling good and doing the right things for your body. But if you're not doing that, don't go on scale, because it's not going to tell you anything different from what you're living your life. Client number 2. Okay, this was a really tough one for me because honestly, when this happened, I didn't know what the situation was. I only found out later. So I had this client who was, I really adored her. She was amazing. She lost 35 pounds. As you get smaller, you lose less, obviously. You're not going to lose a pound every week when you don't have a pound to lose every week. You still feel good. You're doing the right thing. You know that it's going to drop, and, you've lost your 35 pounds. And this is what I was thinking. I see her crying every week. Like, I need to get that next pound off. I need to get that next pound off. And I kept thinking, like, why? Like, you look great. You look amazing. Like, your body will drop that pound when it needs to. It's not like you can go back to your bad habits. So that wasn't the case. And she was aware of that. I already explained that. You can't go back to your bad habits because you'll just gain the weight back. But it wasn't about that. It was something so much more. But at the time, I just thought she wanted that next pound lower, that next number lower. And one day she called me and she was crying, like real tears, crying hysterical. And she was like, my weight didn't change this week. I weighed in and I'm still the same. I'm like, yeah, but you're 35 pounds lower. You look amazing. You just stay on program. You're doing the right things. You're eating your meals and snacks. Like this, this is what it is, and that's okay. And she was just crying and crying, and we're to the point I had to say, like, what is going on? Like, this is not about that pound. This is not about that pound you didn't lose. What is going on? And it did turn out that, unfortunately, her marriage was falling apart, and her husband was cheating on her. It was really sad. She thought that next pound was going to make her life better or make her feel better. That is not the case. That's not how life works. And I know many of you know this. Weight loss is for you, and you can only do it for you. And you can only do it because you want to feel better about yourself, or you want to feel healthier, or you want to just, look better. All these things are great. If that means something to you, that's what matters. But you can never do it for someone else, or for what their issues are, or for what they're doing in their life. So if your husband is not doing the right thing by you, that one extra pound is not going to make it better. And she did end up divorcing him, and this was years ago, and she's remarried, and she's doing amazing, and she's in a great place. She's happy. She gains a couple of pounds. She just goes right back on. She loses a couple of pounds, but she doesn't take that and make it be her life or death sentence, because it's not about that. And at that moment, it was to her, because at that moment, it really wasn't about the weight loss. She was in a bad place, and she thought that 1 pound was going to make her feel better, and it did not. It did not make her feel better, because her life would have still been the same. And that is my point through this. Think about, why are you doing what you're doing, and how important it is to you to feel good, to be healthy, but it should end there. It should never be about anyone else. She's in a really good place right now, and I'm really happy for her. I'm so proud of her that she made those changes in her life. My third client, now we're going to talk about, her life changed drastically because she lost 55 pounds. Her life had changed. She really looked amazing, but she stopped doing all the fun things with the people that she loved, and it really ruined her relationship. Her boyfriend at the time, he wanted to go out to eat. She wouldn't go out to eat. She didn't want to go out and get something clean. It was just easier for her not to go. It was his birthday. They went out to dinner with their family. She drank water. Should be able to go to dinner and have a nice clean meal, no matter where you are. And no one's going to think differently of you doing that. But if you're sitting there drinking water while everyone's eating on this poor guy's birthday, of course, that's not a normal thing. You don't do that. And that's not where it becomes like, oh, I got to take care of myself and I got to do things that work for me. No, that's just being selfish, and that's really what this came down to. She had lost all this weight, and she started to become selfish. So all the fun things they did, she never did anymore. And really, this is where the cheat day comes in, and this is what your cheat day is for. Yes, your cheat day is, of course, for you, and you want to use it on a day that feels great for you, but if it's somebody you love and it's their birthday and you're going to dinner with them, you can't order something clean. Use it as your cheat day. Like, that's what it's for. If your family is having a family dinner, use that as your cheat day. That's what your cheat day is for. It's to give you that balance in your week where you can enjoy and do fun things. But if you're choosing to use that day just for you, this way you can eat what you want to eat on that day, which is great. But when you're going to a dinner and you're drinking water while everyone else is eating at this big Italian restaurant, that's not good. That's where you have to reevaluate, and you have to say, am I doing the right thing? In her case, she wasn't. It was all about her. Our life should never be all about us. Like, we live to help other people. We live to be good to other people. We live to be good to ourselves and help ourselves as well. But this has to all go hand in hand. We're all there for each other. And when you're only living for what's good for you, if you have people in your life that you love and they love you, you can't live just for you. It doesn't work. You know, it has to be, everything you do you have to find balance in it, and that's what your cheat day's for. It became like, no, this is all I want and I'm happy because I'm getting all this attention, but at the same time, are you getting the attention from the people you want to get it from? And that's your family, and those are the people you love. And it's good attention, it's positive attention. Don't go after negative attention. Don't let the weight loss do that to you either. These are all different situations where it can hurt you in your marriage, in your relationships, in your families. And I don't want that for you. And that's why I'm telling you, really, you know, weight loss is hard. We know how hard it is. I'm all about it, but if it's disrupting you in your life, in your family, or in your happiness, then you have to rethink what you're doing, and you have to find the balance to make it better. So in our first instance, like when we talked about going on the scale every day, I know so many of you can relate to this. Do not go on the scale every day if it's making you miserable, because you're going to make everyone miserable around you. Go on it once a week, and only after you've had a great week and doing the right things all week long. Second one, always think about, why are you trying to lose weight? Why are you doing this? Are you doing it for you to make yourself healthy? You're doing it to make yourself happy. Don't lose weight for other people. Don't lose weight because you think it's going to make your life better, because it's not. It's not going to make you happy. You have to be happy, and then the weight loss is going to make you more happy. Of course, we have the third. You want to create that balance, and that's what that cheat day is for. Have that balance in your life of having your on days. You have that one day where you are with your family or with your loved ones, or enjoying, you know, your delicious foods that you love, and that's what makes you happy and those around you happy, and you get to share that, because food is about also happiness. It's not just about weight loss and walking away from it. It is also about happiness, and you want to experience that, and you want to have that joy in your life, and there's always a time and place for it, and you have that with your cheat day. So make sure you incorporate that when it's good for you, and also when it's good for those you love. I hope this video helped. I really want you to think about why you're trying to lose weight, how important it is to you, how it's affecting those around you. These are all important topics, and remember, when it comes to being healthy and losing weight, what you do should make you happy. It should be a positive. It should never be a negative, and it should never be a negative for anyone in your life. And you should never be doing anything because of negatives in your life. So always keep that in mind. Stay on your path. Do the right thing. Plan your day. Prepare it. Follow through with it. You will do amazing. But make sure at the end of the day that you are happy, because when you are happy, everyone around you is happy. And that does not matter what the scale says. Okay? When you are happy, regardless of what the scale says, you will make everyone around you happy. That's what's important, and that's what I want for you. I'm wishing everyone love, hugs, kisses, and faith. I love you guys.
Thanks for listening to Love to Live Healthy with Josephine Fitzpatrick. We hope you'll pass along our web address, innovationweightloss.com, to your friends and colleagues who are looking to lose weight by eating clean and living healthy. Be sure to check out our archives section on our website for previous podcasts. Join us next time for another edition of Love to Live Healthy with Josephine Fitzpatrick. The content in this podcast is not intended in any way as a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Always seek the advice of your physician or other qualified healthcare provider with any questions you may have regarding weight loss or any medical condition or treatment, and before undertaking a new healthcare regimen. And never disregard professional medical advice or delay in seeking it because of something you have listened to on this podcast.